Hi guys, welcome back to another video. This video is going to be about my very first audition that I gave in the month of January 2025, which aired on an OTT platform. Now, this audition changed me as a person. This video is not intended to harm or cause damage to either the agency that took my interview or the people that took my interview. I am just here to share my personal experience that I faced as a human being who is auditioning for a TV show for the very first time in my life. Let's just say, as a person interviewing for a TV show for the very first time, I was made to feel very uncomfortable by the person interviewing me. Just one person, not the whole panel of people that were interviewing me. Basically, what happened was I saw the Instagram story of this one celebrity. Okay, I can't name him, but this story was that this certain celeb hosting a dating show. The platform on which the show would be hosted was not named. Okay, it basically put up a Google form ka link, said that if you think that you would be a good fit for this show, fill the form below. The questions that were there in the Google form link were basic questions like name, age, gender, profession, last breakup reason, describe a perfect date, green flags for you, red flags for you, your icks on a date or in a relationship, what is your love language, what is your native hometown, the languages that you can speak. So I filled the form and submitted it, and around 17th of January or 16th of January, I received a call from the creator management agency or the digital marketing agency. I don't know what these agencies are called. I have no idea what exactly their work is, but I'm sure that one of the things and one of their jobs is managing creators, big creators. And the agency said that we represent the so and so celebrity. The girl on the call said that I was selected on the basis of the Google form जो मैंने fill किया था on the celebrities page. Now I would have to fill a more detailed form, and I would also have to shoot a 2 to 3 minute video just like this, ऐसे phone का camera setup करके, whereby I would have to answer some of the questions from the form itself. तो basically उन्होंने मेरे को एक form भेजा, it was a document, and बोला ये document detail वाला fill करके भेजो, and इसमें ना उन्होंने कुछ questions के आगे लिखा था answer this in the video. So basically वो जो questions थे उसका answer I had to make in the video also and give. So both the things. I did so. I made the video. I remember it was exactly a 5-minute video. 2 to 5 minutes का video मैंने shoot किया था, मैंने उसको send किया था, and I had also sent the form. I received a call just one day before I went for the audition. She asked me if it would be possible for me to show up on a Sunday morning for the audition to their office. She asked me if it would be possible for me to show up for a meeting with their director. Now the thing is, when she said director, I naturally assumed she meant the director of the company. I did not think she meant the director of the show. I had no idea because she kept on saying कि, there's a meeting with the director. So I thought कि obviously अगर तुम audition ले रहे हो, you're gonna keep your company's director over there, not the director of the show. I had no idea. I'm going for an audition for the first time in my life. I'm a normal human. It's not my everyday job to go for TV auditions. I don't do that. So she said this, and I agreed. I went for the meeting. I waited for the director. I reached over there at 11 or 12, between 11 and 12, I remember. And then she told me the girl over there was very sweet. She was the kindest person to me. She only had been in touch with me throughout this whole 3-4 days ka period. Then she tells me just wait for some time, the director is coming. Now continuously मेरे mind में क्या चल रहा है? It is the director of the company. I'm bound to make a good impression on him, or he is basically an important person. So whatever I say, however I present myself in this interview, it is gonna affect a lot if they decide to take me for the role or not. Okay. By this moment, I have no idea what the show is about. Now I'm waiting. This director shows up. He comes around half an hour late or something. And then I'm asked to wait outside, and I can see that they have this see-through area, this meeting room, where I can see that they're preparing for the interview to begin. They call me inside. Basically, there was a camera setup exactly the way I have set up my iPhone right now. It's like this big of a stand, and uspe there is an iPhone that has been put up, and the camera is facing towards me. So it's basically obvious that they want me to answer the questions on the iPhone itself, on the camera recorded, so that they can understand whether I am camera friendly or not, or whether I am camera okay or not. You know how this industry works. The next thing I know, the director told me, so basically what happened, he said ki, "Hello Jaslyn, the show is like a blind date whereby on each episode a guy and girl would be paired up and the celebrity was the host of the show." Okay, that is what I was told. He then asked me to introduce myself by stating my name, age, residence, and profession. I did all of those things on camera. So basically, the camera is set up like this. It is facing me, and there are 4 people in total. So I am sitting here now. Just picture that there are 4 chairs in front of me. There is the girl who had been in constant touch with me. Then there is another guy. I don't know who he was. Then there was this so-called director, which by now I am thinking is the director of the company. Then there was a 4th person that was sitting on a chair towards my right side. Okay, this is the exact setup, and this exact camera is facing me and it's recording me. I've done this introduction. He then moved on to asking me my likes and dislikes. So, what do you like? What do you dislike? And I share whatever I like and whatever I dislike. I told him about the fact that I won a creator kit with an iPhone 15 in it last year from the WTF team. If you've been following me for long, you will be aware of what I'm talking about. Oh, I loved creating content. I was just basically telling him how I love making reels. I make almost 4 reels in a month. Oh, I have a public profile, I make reels, I'm very active online, and I'm passionately sharing about all of these things. He then moves on to asking me about my previous relationship and the reason for the breakup. I elaborately explained the whole thing where I held up the dignity of my previous partner as well. I did not shame my previous partner. I did not mention anything about my previous partner that would cause harm to their reputation at all. I was very respectful. In the middle, at some point, we had come down to my relationship with my parents. Okay, so now I'm sharing about all of this, and he's continuously asking me. And he's trying to form as a banter like relationship. So, why did you do this? Why did you do this? Why did this happen? What did you say then? He's basically trying to form that sort of relationship, and I'm answering his questions. And mind you, all of this is being recorded on the iPhone. Somehow the conversation turns towards my parents. Okay. And then I mentioned to him that how I am close to only one parent, I'm not close to the other parent. And there is a big reason for it. And I mentioned the said reason. I can't mention it on camera, I can't mention it on YouTube. So I'm just going to tell you that I mentioned it to them. Like I told them the reason why I'm not close to the said parent. I stopped there. Initially, I had also mentioned that I'm good with mimicry and I get it from my father. He insisted that I show it to them and that at that point of time. Now he tells me, show some mimicry, do some mimicry. Now the thing is, I got nervous. I froze. I was like, no, I'm shy, I can't. Just give me some time, I'll do it automatically. No, show it right now. Show it. How can you say you're good at mimicry and not do it on the spot? And I'm telling him, dude, I'm nervous. Please try to understand, you're recording me as well. It is thoda nerve-wracking for me. Please. No, then I don't believe that you're good at mimicry. This is how this 35-year-old man, who is a so-called director of a show, is talking to me. And this brother knows that I'm not a full-time auditioning person. It's not my profession to audition for TV shows, that I'm comfortable doing it on camera. तेरी मर्जी पे. तू अगर कह रहा है तो मुझे उसी इंस्टेंट उसको सुन लेना चाहिए. I'm not okay with it. Can't you get that? I was not able to explain it to him कि मैं on the spot क्यों नहीं कर पा रही, but I told him twice or thrice कि I'm थोड़ा shy, just give me some time, when I'll gel, when I'll be okay, I'll do it, or just I'm not okay. And then he continuously he goes on to tell me, no, you can't do it. You can't do it. The people that are close to me in my life know that I am good at mimicry. I do it around friends, I do it around people that I'm comfortable with. I probably would do it around my partner also, just to make them laugh, just to make them smile. I can't do it at his demand. You know what I'm saying? I really hope you understand what I'm trying to say here. Then I proceeded to tell him, okay, wait, I'm gonna show you a reel जिसमें I have mimicked the Vampire Diaries का एक scene. and that reel has blown up on my Instagram account. I'm gonna add a pop-up image of that reel. You can see that this reel has quite a lot of views and quite a lot of likes as well as reposts. Now I don't live on likes and reposts, but I'm just trying to say if I was not good, so many people would not have liked it. So I went on to show him that reel. So then he says, okay, fine, ठीक है, let's move on. Next, he asked me what my hobbies are and what I do for fun. I love watching films, and even if I don't have company, I will just go and watch a film if I really want to. I love reading romance novels and spending time with my dog. This is what I'm telling him. This is how I'm talking to this guy. So when I'm telling him I like to watch movies, I like to read romance novels, I like to spend time with my dog Maggie, he then goes ahead and tells me, "तो तुम basically loner हो, ऐसे कहो ना." And I just look at him and I'm like, what? मैं थोड़ा सेट बैक हुई इस कमेंट से बिकॉज आई थॉट इट वाज अनकॉल्ड फॉर इन दैट मोमेंट बट I ignored it by a laugh and I was like whatever, fine. I ignored it like that, but that reaction that I gave to you 2 seconds ago, that's exactly what happened inside my brain, but I ignored it because I decided ki I am better than his comment. He then told me that they would want to know what kind of a guy I am expecting from the show and my views on dating apps. I told him I hate dating apps and I would want to be introduced to some guy via my friends and everything, and I basically go on to tell him that what kind of guy I would be interested in getting to know and how I just hate dating apps. I told him exactly what he had asked for. The thing is, what I told him was that I would want to be introduced to some guy via my friends. It would be nice to meet a guy through my friends, or through friends or something, through common circles or something. That is what I said. Since I dislike dating apps, since I am not on dating apps, obviously this leaves me with the only route where I would be able to meet a potential partner. He goes ahead and says, "Oh, फिर फर्क क्या हुआ दोनों में? Since you'll go out, meet some guy at a club or somewhere, how do you know he's not pretending or you're not pretending? तो तुम basically रिश्ता करवाना चाहती हो." How do you expect to meet a guy there? Again, I was confused. I was like, ये क्या बोल रहा है? ये सुन रहा है क्या? ये क्या बोल रहा है ये आदमी? To which I responded and I told him, no, that's not what I meant. I mean through my friends or just randomly I need someone. I'm not actively looking or searching for a relationship at this moment since my goals are my career. That is what I told him. I was again set back because this tone felt like he was insisting on the fact that I am young, I am 22, I should live my life, meet boys, date, etc. Which is fine, which is normal, which any 22-year-old does. People date. But अगर मैंने तुझे बोला है कि I am not actively looking out for that, then why can't you just accept कि मेरे views ऐसे हैं? तुमको फालतू टिप्पणी उस पॉइंट पे करने की क्या जरूरत है? Why can't you just carry on with the conversation? And why are you making someone nervous who's already nervous about interviewing for the first time? But anyway, I ignored this also and I thought maybe it's his personality. Maybe that's how he will talk to every person that they are going to audition. So I have to ignore him. I have to ignore his commentary. I don't need to take it personally. And that is exactly what I did. The thing is, he did not explicitly say these lines ki you are young, you should date, meet boys and all. He did not say these lines. He did not use these lines per se, but he told this to me in a very indirect way. I hope you can understand what I'm trying to say. To which I replied and told him ki I get emotionally attached very easily, hence I don't feel like using dating apps at all. Because even dating apps are not being used for their real purposes these days. They are just being used to dash. You can fill in the blanks. I'm not going to tell you what they are used for. I also told him an incident where I had met someone through a dating app. It was not something that I had been expecting it to be. It turned out to be something different. Hence, I realized that, okay, fine, maybe dating apps these days are not meant for what they actually meant for, which is why I was a little hesitant to get back on them or to try them again and again and again. When it just does not align with my philosophy and the kind of people that are there on the apps, they are there for something completely different. Now comes the little twisted part. Now comes the part where I messed up. Now, I am not at all blaming this so called director who is sitting in front of me or anybody in that room. I'm not blaming the agency. I'm not blaming anyone. I blame myself for what happened next. Now, a lot of discussions like this took place and everything, and I'm continuously talking. I'm saying this, I'm saying that, I'm talking about an incident long back, ye, wo. And towards the end of the conversation, he told me, only if you're comfortable answering, would you mind saying why your relationship with that one parent is not good? Then I told him, when you are in such an overwhelming position and when you want to prove your worth to the person sitting in front of you so that they know that you're a very good candidate, you would be perfect for this, and how in flow inside the conversation, I told him I would not be comfortable doing so on the camera. So, would you mind just switching off the camera? Would you mind just switching off the phone? Then I answered by telling them the whole story. The whole story from my childhood. In this entire discussion, I mentioned probably everything that took place with me since I was a child. Everything. Like I overshared, I overstepped my boundary. The issue here is that I only did so because I was scared, I was unable to prove my worth to them. Since the way the guy talked to me, it felt like, जब आपको पता चल जाता है कि someone is not convinced with your performance. Suppose you have gone for some interview. The interviewer has asked you a lot of questions and you've answered a lot of them. But from their body language, their persona, the way they have counter questioned you, you kind of get the hint that I may not be selected. When you start doubting yourself and you want to do everything, every possible thing that is there in your hands to show that you are one of the best candidates ever. In that sense of overwhelmingness and that fearfulness, I told them everything about my life. Like four strangers that are in some random creator agency, I told them everything about my life. They froze. Obviously, they will freeze because they didn't ask for that information and I shouldn't have given them that information. All of them went silent with shock. I remember I had shared a point whereby I described the kind of guy that I would want for me, and then I went on to add and tell them the reason why I had said that I would want a certain partner like that, and then I got a little teary eyed because it was just too much for me. Very sweet of them, but the director in the end told me that don't think you're not fun or cool and all. Don't mind at all what all I said earlier, huh? You're a very fun person. I left the office. The director and other people that were there, they are professionals in their field. They asked me probing questions. Ki, why this, why this, why this, why this, why ye, why wo. And this made me feel like I had to justify or explain things. And in a moment like that, where my emotions were so heightened, especially when discussing something about my past, about my childhood, I overshared. I overstepped. In that specific moment, जब मैं वो चीज़ें share कर रही थी, I felt like it's the best that I could do and it's the best that I am doing, in that sense. I remember when I left the office, I was continuously crying. When you don't receive that unconditional love as a child, your mind gets trained to earn love by performance, which is exactly what I did in that vulnerable moment. I showed real emotion and I opened up. I had to rewire myself to think that I have the right to withhold any information that I don't want to disclose, and doing so doesn't make me look less genuine in the other person's eyes. It just shows that I have boundaries and I don't need to show it to earn the fact that, oh, she deserves to be on the show. I had to make myself realize that I have a unique personality, and choosing not to prioritize dating or romance right now does not mean that I'm a loner. Because how can you equate not prioritizing dating with being a loner? How do you do that? It just means that I'm setting boundaries around what feels right for me at this stage in my life. And that's a perfectly valid choice. I also made myself realize the fact that I don't have control over how others react or interpret my words. I have no idea till date what happened after they heard my entire story. Now I'm going to continue and tell you all what happened after I shared all of that. I immediately came back home and I called the girl and I said, listen, since I have overshared about myself to you guys, I really don't feel comfortable moving forward with the show. I'm gonna back out. With all due respect, it's not sitting right with me. I'm very sorry if any inconvenience has been caused to you guys, but I cannot continue. I remember the girl said initially that, okay, Jocelyn, I completely understand. And she was very respectful and very nice, and every single person over there was also respectful and nice. But this is my sincere call. I know those people will not watch this video, but when I'm telling you that if you're ever called for an interview like this, and for the people that take such interviews, please have some respect for the other person sitting in front of you, because when you are asking probing questions, तुम उंगली मार रहे हो, उंगली मार रहे हो, उंगली मार रहे हो, it is obviously feeling like you want me to share some masala from my life, which I will spill on the show also, which will give your show TRP. And I get that, but आप इस चीज़ को क्लियर करो स्टार्टिंग में कि वी आर लुकिंग फॉर समवन हु इज अ मसालेदार पर्सन. I would have immediately got up from that chair and left that interview because I'm not a masaledar person. But the thing is, he kept on poking कि मेरी कोई स्टोरी निकल जाएगी किसी लड़के के साथ, कुछ निकल जाएगा. And I didn't share that because I don't have such stories to share. So yeah, this is my humble plea for anybody who takes auditions for TV shows. Please act like a professional. Don't act like that next door neighborhood uncle who just wants to know कि oh इस बच्चे के life में क्या चल रहा है. Please don't behave like that. Behave like a professional. Let the other person that is sitting in the interview chair know that what you want out of a candidate for the show. If they would have told me they want someone who has had like these many number of relationships, who has had this, who has had that, I would have gotten up and walked away from there. But if you don't disclose this fact and you just probe, you're bound to make someone feel like they have to prove their worth, and then that person will get scared and anxious and nervous. Again, I'm not placing the blame on those people for me oversharing. I'm not doing that. All I'm trying to say is that the environment that one single guy created, it was not correct for someone that is giving an interview for the first time in their life. So this was my experience. It was not very pleasant, but I had a lot of learnings from this. I realized that later, if I'm ever called for auditions, I need to set a boundary, and it's okay if they don't like me for who I am or how much information I'm sharing in that moment. It's fine if they don't take me. It's not the end of the world. And also, the show tanked. It didn't do that well. So, एक तरीके से God saved me only. It's not about the fact that whether it would have done well तो बहुत अच्छा होता और नहीं it didn't do well तो बहुत बुरा है. No. It's just that I was so glad that I didn't present myself on TV for the first time through such a show. So I'm glad. Whoever did, no hate to them, no hate to the makers of the show, no hate to anybody that was associated with the show, because I know there is so much of cancel culture on the internet. No hate to any of them. But I am glad I was not a part of it. And I'm so happy I let my intuition win in this situation and I decided not continue with the show. I remember the girl was very sweet. She called me twice after that and said that, hey, you can still come on board. Try coming on board now. It's no issue that you have overshared at all. I said no. I'm just not comfortable. I can't do it. So this was a lesson for me, a lesson for future me, that if something like this happens, I'm supposed to respect my boundaries and not dump them on someone while trying to prove my worth. I hope this video was informative for some of you guys and it made you aware of how these agencies and all function. I don't know about other agencies, but this agency really opened up my eyes to this whole TV audition thing and everything. But yeah, they were kind people, they were nice people, they were very respectful of me, and no hate at all to anybody. Thanks for watching the video till the end. Do let me know your views in the comments. Yeah, I would like to know your views. Okay, bye. Love you.